it's interesting to see body parts as expendable, you know.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not in that paradigm and somebody didn't tell me that I was at risk of penile cancer or, you know, it's like, obviously if somebody tells you you're at risk of brain cancer, it's like, well, should I cut out my brain? And, it's a crazy paradigm to think
Yeah.
this way. And, and yet it's nobody's fault. It's at the individual level, it's the fault of a culture that has overemphasized the importance of specific genetic variants as determinants of disease
Yeah.
instead of as speaking about them in the proper context as increasing relative susceptibility relative to somebody else with another variant. So I think the obesity gene is a great example of this. You know, we've for decades we've had media articles published about obesity gene this, obesity gene that, and yet if you actually understand the context, if you study the science around obesity, you realize, well, really no humans were obese prior to like 100 years ago. Obesity
Yeah.
was this extraordinarily rare occurrence among traditional living humans. Genetics haven't changed profoundly in the last 100 years. Only lifestyle and the environment has changed.
Yeah.
And obesity rates have skyrocketed in a few generations. It can't be genetics that are the cause of this. It is, of course, a disease of lifestyle. And yet, if you don't understand that context, somebody talking about the obesity gene could make you think, oh, if I have that gene, I'm destined to be obese. When in fact, it's really just saying in the context of an obesogenic world, an unnatural world filled with a Willy Wonkian treasure trove of temptation that is totally unnatural for the human species to exist in. Some people will be more prone to becoming obese relative to some other people. Um, which doesn't mean a whole lot. But anyway, do you have any thoughts that you want to add
Yeah.
to that?
I mean, there was a story that just came out on 60 Minutes where there was a healthcare advisor to the Biden administration that came out on 60 Minutes saying that obesity is there's a 50 to 80% likelihood of being obese if your parents are obese. It's purely genetic and it has nothing to do with environment and lifestyle. That's literally what was said by the White House on 60 Minutes last month. No surprise that Ozempic is being launched in the same month,
Uh,
which is a major
explain to
weight loss.
explain to people what Ozempic is.
So Ozempic is essentially it inhibits the desire for food and makes you lose weight. And it's a major weight loss drug that every celebrity is now using. Khloe Kardashian doesn't look like herself anymore. And now it's sold out everywhere. And it was originally designed for diabetics and insulin response, and now it's being used as just like a fat loss drug. So what really is going on, yes, there are genetic profiles that point to greater propensity of weight gain, etc. But without the lifestyle load, it doesn't happen.
That's right.
So we now know we live in a reality where everything sucks. The food sucks, the chemicals suck, the environment sucks, the pesticides in our grass, the thing that I clean my desk with, my laundry detergent, it's all horrible, right? So now, what am I going to get? What problem am I going to get? That's what your genes are going to point to. Which biological function doesn't work?
Right.
What job does my body not do well? So, for example, FTO gene signals satiety of the gut. So, how well does your stomach tell your brain I've eaten enough? If that doesn't work well, and you also have a poor insulin response, which we can determine genetically, and you eat bread for every meal, you're probably going to gain a lot of weight, right? You're never going to finish that loop of satiety. You're not going to get there. The MC4R gene determines satiety of the palate. How well do you get satisfied in your mouth? And this was a survival mechanism of our ancestors seeking out variety, right? So the only thing that causes a satiety is variety. You need soupy, salty, crunchy. You need sour. You need soft. You need everything. So that it's not that, oh, I have this gene, now I can get satiety. No, go eat like some trail mix. Have a nut and a piece of cheese and a grape and create the satiety, right? Just like when you sip on Thai food, it's that wow factor because you're getting everything you need. Hormones are the same. There's some women that like, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. And it's if you're estrogen dominant, your body's just much more likely to have cellulite, store fat, because you're fertile, right? You're designed to be that ideal fertile woman. That's what's going on there. And when you get into menopause, the opposite can happen. When there's low estrogens, you end up storing fat. So all we're saying, here's the problem. Wait. There's not one single answer genetically to why you have that problem. There's enough threats where everyone's going to have that problem. Now, if we can pinpoint what job your body doesn't do well, that's the area where you need to focus, right? Supplement that, adjust that, turn the dials on the load you can't handle for that. And then your problem goes away. It's not an obesity problem. It's not a weight problem. It may be a serotonin problem. I lean on food as a coping mechanism because my brain doesn't work. So that's where I need to focus. And that's really how you can be more functional about this stuff.
Hey, this is Ari, and if you enjoyed this little clip, I highly recommend checking out the full-length podcast by clicking the link down below this video in the description. Check it out. You're going to learn a ton more valuable information. Also, as always, I want to mention at the Energy Blueprint, we offer a ton of solutions to help you increase your energy. And as a side effect, help you prevent disease, dramatically improve your brain function, your mood, combating anxiety and depression, increasing your resilience to stress, and increasing your longevity. All nice bonuses to strategies designed to massively increase your mitochondrial function and your energy levels. And we've got a whole suite of products, online info products that guide you on strategies to optimize your lifestyle and nutrition habits. We've got an Eat for Energy course. We've got a brain course. We've got an advanced fat loss strategies course. We've got a breathing for energy course, which I highly, highly recommend. People just absolutely rave about that one in particular. And we've got a whole suite of supplements, mitochondrial formula, a brain formula, energy essentials and superfoods, which is our comprehensive multivitamin and multimineral and superfoods formula. So thank you for watching this. Again, full length link to the full length podcast is down below. And check out theenergyblueprint.com for our whole suite of products that can help you dramatically transform your energy levels.